So today we're covering off something a bit different with our education piece. So we just wanted to cover the top 5 questions that we receive from clients just in relation to challenges relating to health and fitness and building healthy habits and stuff like that. So the first question that we've had sent in is, I feel like I've hit a plateau in my workouts. How can I challenge myself and keep seeing results? This is something I've covered quite extensively in my studies of sports psychology. So there's some really simple things that you can do to continue challenging yourself and seeing results. One of them is to ensure that you're always tracking towards SMART goals. 2, ensure you have both short and long-term goals. So your short-term goals should be things that are helping build towards your long-term goals. 3, find variation in what you're doing. So if you're finding you've hit a plateau, you might need to vary your programming in some way, whether that's intensity, duration of sessions, variation in exercises or sport, stuff like that. And 4 is to find something you enjoy. So you're more likely to see results due to more consistency if you're doing a sport or exercise that you enjoy. The second question is, staying motivated is tough. What are some tips to keep me coming back to the gym even when I don't feel like it? So probably the most common tips to help with motivation, especially when you don't feel like it. 1 is find a good social support network. So not only the people that you are attending the gym with, but also the people around you in your life. Get them to get on board with helping support you and helping sort of push you to motivate you to go on the days where you're struggling. Number 2 is, as before, find something that you enjoy doing. So find fitness classes that you enjoy, or if you prefer training on your own, if you prefer going for a run, if you prefer doing weights, just find something that you find enjoyment in. And number 3 would be tracking towards goals and rewarding yourself for those goals. So you're more likely to be motivated if you know you're working towards something and you're going to be rewarded for achieving it. Third question we've got is, I'm worried about getting injured. How can I prioritize proper form and avoid workout-related injuries? So fairly simple for this is focusing on that proper form, not worrying about how quickly you're getting through exercises, and not trying to lift overly heavy until you have the form down pat. A second way to assist with this can be having a spotter or a trained professional helping you on correcting form. Also, reading online and watching education pieces on correct form for exercises is another way that you can teach yourself to do it if you don't have those around you to help with your form. The fourth question is, my schedule is crazy busy. How can I realistically incorporate fitness into my daily routine without feeling overwhelmed? Probably the best way is just to start small, whether that's just parking the car a bit further away and walking a bit further to work, taking the stairs, fitting in exercise in your lunch break or stuff like that. Starting out small, it might not seem like you're doing enough, but if you're not currently fitting anything in, even 10 minutes a day is going to be more than that. So that's going to be beneficial for you. And finally, our last question is, I'm new to fitness. What are some common mistakes beginners make and how can I avoid them? Probably the most common mistakes people make are 1, going too hard too quickly. So feeling they have to train for 2 hours a day, or lifting heavy weights that they're not accustomed to and potentially injuring themselves. That's probably one of the most common mistakes we see. So starting out gradually and building up from there. Number 2 is signing up to a gym and not having any sort of long-term plan or long-term goals that you're working towards. It's great to sign up for any sort of fitness program, but if you're not actually working towards something, you're going to lose motivation pretty quickly, and it's a common mistake we see. And probably number 3 would just be expecting results too quickly. So expecting that you're going to lose 10 kilos in your first month of training, or expecting that you're going to be able to run half a marathon in 6 months when you've never run before in your life. You've got to be realistic about the goals you set, because if you're setting goals that are too far out of your reach, what you're going to find happens is you lose motivation when you don't achieve those. So those are some of the most common questions we get about fitness and motivation and stuff like that. So if you've got any more questions, feel free to send them through and we'll do more of these pieces more often.